Hi Thrivers, welcome back to Thriving in Spain. This is Vero, your personal coach, and today's episode is going to be about why change doesn't start with thinking and it starts with doing. Do you ever get stuck in the one more podcast, one more plan loop? You know you want to change something, your job, your routine, maybe your confidence in Spanish, but somehow you end up researching the change instead of living it. I mean, this is pretty normal. And today we're talking about that gap between knowing and doing, about why we wait for the perfect mindset before taking action, and why action itself is what requires the mindset. So there is this collective fantasy that change feels like motivation. That one morning they will wake up, stretch, and think, oh yeah, today I'm finally the type of person who runs at sunrise and speaks fluent Spanish. Except, no. Change usually starts with mild dread and a tiny, suspicious step forward. A student of mine in my Spanish school, the Spanish on the Road, once told me, I'll start speaking when I feel more confident. And I said, that's like saying you'll start swimming once you're dry. And confidence doesn't come first, movement does. By the way, if you're someone that is learning Spanish, go check out my podcast, The Spanish on the Road, because here you're going to find interviews and interesting topics where I have on my own and sometimes with guests, so it's going to be fun to listen to and learn in context. Anyways, here's the quiet truth. We become what we practice, not what we plan. Every small act is a vote for a version of you. Send one message in Spanish. You become a person who tries. Go to one networking event, even if you hate it, and then you become a person who shows up. Say no politely instead of over-explaining, and then you become a person with boundaries. Identity isn't discovered, it's built through repetition. And it's like a muscle memory for the soul, you know? So our brains love analysis because it feels productive and safe. Thinking is a warm blanket, you're technically doing something, but there is no risk of embarrassment. Meanwhile, life's standing outside like, hey, we are doing the experiment out here. And the paradox is that movement gives you the clarity you were trying to think your way into. You don't think your way into courage. You act your way into it. And let's make it small and doable for you. This is going to be your anti-perfectionist plan. How about one micro action per day? Not study 2 hours. Just open the book for 5 minutes. Momentum laughs in the face of drama. The second, it will be name it aloud. When you say, I'm trying something new today, you give permission to fail gracefully. And then also celebrate proofs, not progress. So you spoke to the pharmacist and survived? Well, that's data. Collect data and not self-judgment. And repeat until weirdly proud. The moment you start thinking, wow, who even am I doing this? That's transformation showing up. So let's think for a bit on the magic of momentum. There is this thing right after you start, when it's still awkward and your brain is yelling, abort the mission, abort the mission. And that's where most people quit. But if you stay just 5 minutes longer, the energy flips from resistance to rhythm. That's how change works. At first, you drag yourself through it, and then one day you realize it's dragging you forward. Listen for a sec. You don't need a better plan. You need a smaller first step. Stop waiting to feel like the kind of person who blah, 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 and be the person for 10 minutes today and see what happens. Because every time you act, even imperfectly, you teach your nervous system a new story. I can trust myself to move. If this is something that resonates with you, there is a recorded session that dives deeper into this exact idea, how action shapes identity when you live abroad. It's called Redefine Yourself Abroad, and you can watch it for free. The link is gonna be in the show notes. And if you're ready to stop over analyzing and start building the life you actually came here for, that's what we work in our coaching together. Small actions, real transformation, and zero drama. So remember, courage never looks tidy from the inside. It just looks like movement. And remember, you're not surviving, you are thriving.